Hey, this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you and your senior living teams power up so that you stay energized and your productivity stays high and you keep people who want to work for you. So, in today's video, I'm going to talk about emotional reactions at work because we all have them, right? Things happen and emotions come out. When I was in my 20s and I was working in banking and I had a particularly stressful situation, yes, I cried at work. And I remember I had a lovely assistant manager. My manager was a male and I didn't feel comfortable going to him, but she noticed something was off and she came to me and said, let's talk this through. So I'm going to give you some tips for maybe what you can do on your teams if people are having an emotional reaction. Stay till the end because I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on what that can look like. And we're just going to dive into why we have emotional reactions at work. Things happen. We are human. And in the caregiving space, we are especially sometimes reactions can get high. But where it gets a little bit difficult on teams is when we are not allowing for that, or if we feel so stifled that we can't have a reaction, or somebody might be an overreactor. So there's all kinds of ways that reactions come in to our days and into our work lives. So a couple tips on how to maneuver through these reactions. First, let it be known that it's okay, that you come across with a gentle spirit in the workplace. When you see somebody who might be reacting to a disruptive event or might be having an emotional reaction, let them know it's okay. Put on your cape of empathy and tell them that you would be happy to listen and let that happen. Set up a space. That's kind of the second thing. Set up a space where if somebody does have to have some sort of reaction or needs a little time to calm down, there is a place. Now, I know during COVID, many long-term care facilities actually set aside a de-stressing place because it was so stressful. That shouldn't go away. If you have somebody that's having a reaction, let them know, hey, it's okay. Head to the break room for 10 minutes, work through that. Or do you need to walk around? It's really helping people understand that reactions are okay. But then the next part is we have to set the boundary on reactions. And if you were a manager and then like Kathy, you don't get it. I got people who are reacting all day long. And sometimes we just call them, that they're filled with drama. But let them know there are boundaries to this. So if it happens often, and especially if the reaction is a negative one, or if they're taking out a reaction on someone else, whereas incivility starts to sneak in with poor attitudes or with anger or speaking harshly towards someone, that's a boundary you have to kind of set up. Say, no, that is not a healthy reaction in the workplace. But let them know that there are appropriate reactions and you understand, and that not all reactions are the same. So somebody on your team, might be getting new technologies coming in and you have to take people away from a shift to train, and someone's like, we're always short staffed. We're not going to be able to, do our reports. And there's just a big reaction because things aren't fair. Well, let people know that you understand, but that not all reactions are the same, whereas someone else might be like, no big deal, we'll get it done. We have these different work personalities and personalities that are on our teams. We just have to learn to manage all of them. So a couple tips on helping you manage those. Have a meeting. Acknowledge that reactions happen, and this is especially important if there is going to be some sort of disruption or change or transition at your work. So acknowledge that reactions are okay. Second, put in place a plan for if the reaction elevates. So if somebody gets really upset, make sure you have that safe place, maybe not just a place to go, but a safe way for them to express themselves where it's not disruptive to a team. So whether that's, hey, I'd like to see you and, let's chat about this for 10 minutes in my office, but letting people know that you're acknowledging it and then there is a way to work through it. And then finally, it's okay to pause. I like to say pauses have power. So if in all of this reaction, you need to take that time to not immediately acknowledge someone who's having a problem, or they need to take some time, just let them know pauses have power. Let's circle back in, an hour, see how you're feeling then. Let's circle back tomorrow morning, see how you're feeling then. So reactions are just part of life. But in the workplace, we have to realize that our emotions can't get too buried into our tasks and what we need to get done every day. They also cannot be a reflection on our care for our residents or our clients. Really have to make sure that that is not affecting them, but having a plan in place to deal with those reactions. So this is Kathy Perry, corporate energy expert, helping you power up and perform, keep your teams energized so they can do the caregiving and be productive and engaged. Thank you so much for watching.